Well, despite earlier promises that he would not try to tear opponents down personally, a new report says that President Obama's team is preparing to launch an all-out personal assault to, quote, destroy GOP frontrunner Mitt Romney. A senior advisor to President Obama has already been quoted as saying, "There's a weirdness factor with Romney, and it remains to be seen how he wears with the public." And from the president's chief strategist, David Axelrod, speaking about Romney, he was very, very good at making a profit for himself and his partners, but not nearly as good at saving jobs for communities. Well, is that a personal attack or is that fair game? In any event, Team Romney now firing back with this.
Because only a more civil and honest public discourse can help us face up to the challenges of our nation.
So, will that backfire on the president? Joining me now, syndicated radio hosts Leslie Marshall and Lars Larson. And Leslie's also a Fox News contributor. Panel, welcome. Good to see you again.
Well, welcome
back. Good to see you. We missed you.
Thank you very much. So this is an interesting back and forth to me because the president did come out, and this is 2007, and said, quote, "I do not want to see research that is involved in trying to tear people down personally. If I find out that somebody is doing that, they will be fired." And then goes on, you heard in that, ad calling for more civil discourse. And then now we get this political report saying that his plan is to destroy Romney with a ferocious personal assault on Romney's character. So, Leslie, what do you make of it?
Well, I think, like you had alluded to, Megan, this is more fair game. I'm not sure how personal it is, but those on the right, love you, Lars, but you guys are all into the character. Character's a big word in your circles, and I think it's essential that the American people know, left and right, what is the character of a man who is pro-choice for years when he's running for governor in the blue state of Massachusetts, and wakes up pro-life,
but that's
and then
fair.
all of a sudden, who had a mandate and changes his mind.
Lars is going to admit that's fair game. You can talk about his flip-flop on the issues, and I think even that second, that Axelrod thing tying him to big business. Okay, that's they're going to do that. But the thing about weirdness, he's weird, and they're already floating out a couple of balloons on how they think he's weird, Leslie. That's a little closer to a personal attack.
It's code word.
That I do agree is closer to a personal attack. I don't know that he's weird. What scares me is MIT has just shown a study that people who are not as informed as voters do vote on looks, and he's a handsome guy, so I think they should be focusing on that if they're going to vote.
Well, where were they during the Nixon years?
Although I don't think that, quite frankly, mudslinging is great. It's effective.
That's
you
the
guys
thing.
know this. It is
That's
effective.
the thing, Lars. Can I just tell you?
Effective, so you have to join.
They started this weirdness debate, Lars. They started this weirdness debate, and I said, well, what do they think is so weird about Mitt Romney? So I start reading, and they reveal this story that came out actually when he ran for president the last time, that he strapped his dog to the roof of his car in a kennel with a windshield in front of it, and he claims the dog loves it up there. But PETA came out and criticized. I mean, you start to hear those stories, you start to think, well, maybe they have a point.
Come on. I'm around a lot of folks who have their dogs ride in the back of pickup trucks, which isn't demonstrably different. The fact is that Leslie knows that weird is a code word for Mormon. They're going to go after this. They just can't say Mormon out loud. You know that. And you know what this is, Leslie. Ask your doctor husband. Ad hominem means when you don't have a good argument and you're a loser and you've destroyed the economy, attack the man. Because you can attack the man personally, and then you never really have to answer the question of where did the 2 million jobs go? Why is the stock market in the tank today? Why is gold at 17 plus?
Is it the same thing, Leslie? Because he says it's code weird is code for Mormon, and some have said that in the same way that Obama went after McCain as calling him erratic, which was code for old.
Well, Lars, I think it's great that and so eloquently all of the game here, and I think that's because Republicans do it so well. And I think, and by the way, I don't need hubby to help me with the Latin, Lars, but I have to tell you that Democrats certainly need, quite frankly, to step up to the mudslinging game. If you can't beat them, you have to join them. And, oh, by the way, speaking of Mormon, Lars, I think that Mitt Romney is going to tell people he may look Mormon and be a little Mormon, but he thinks more like a Christian.
But listen,
that's what I'm waiting for.
But does Barack Obama pay a price by doing something he said he wouldn't do and sort of sinking down to a level that he ran against, Leslie?
Oh, I haven't seen him do it. I think that, first of all, regardless whether you're in politics,
and in fairness, it cites a, quote, prominent Democratic strategist aligned with the White House.
Digging up dirt doesn't mean
Leslie.
you'll use it. And what dirt you get, how do you use it?
Baloney.
I haven't seen any
Megan,
ad that comes out and personally attacks the personal, individual character of Mitt Romney. If
Lars, is that how they do it? Do they do it in an ad, or do they do it like this?
Megan, you know how this is going to work, is when lawyers stand up in court and state things in front of the jury that they're not supposed to say. The president will have people carry water for him. They will float all this stuff out there. He'll be able to keep his hands squeaky clean. Fine. Let's look at the core reason for why he's doing it. The president and his allies are going to do this because they don't have a record to run on. They don't have arguments to run on. They don't have success to run on. So the answer is then attack my opponent and attack him personally, because America these days, like it or not, is focused on the personal, the sensational, the crazy. But I think a lot of Americans are going to show the White House differently. They care about jobs. They care about the economy. They care about getting things done. And Barack Obama ain't getting things done.
And not the manner in which Mitt Romney transported his dog from A to B
several
years
ago.
All right, Leslie and Lars, thank you both so much.